This was a lot. The biggest thing by far today was the US launch of WorldCoin, right? So if you go back to when I first got my eye scanned actually in Los Angeles, this was in 2023, there was no token. You couldn't get it in the US. They wouldn't really say why, but at the time, the SEC was being very litigious against crypto startups. They were getting sued left and right, and there still isn't any clear regulatory framework around crypto. But what's shifted, obviously, is the Trump administration, right? You've got David Sachs, you've got a lot of people in the White House who are now wanting to be friendly to crypto. That played a big role in giving them the confidence to turn this on in the US. Because at the end of the day, it is still a classic cryptocurrency in that it fluctuates wildly. And then when you tack on this other, frankly, kind of freaky aspect of scanning your eye and the data privacy concerns around that, you could run into a lot of problems with regulators like they have in other countries. I think they don't want to obviously have that happen in the US, and now they're hopeful that the new administration will let them run and let them do what they want to do. I think having Visa on board, this debit card that they've launched, is another big sign of confidence. That was a huge thing to see that this cryptocurrency is now going to be working with Visa, where you can use it at any location that accepts Visa, and it will switch it into fiat at checkout. That seems like a pretty big deal. Something you have to do with a project like this is get people to actually scan their eyes, right? And WorldCoin is supposed to be the incentive for doing so. You get scanned and you get WorldCoin airdropped into your World Wallet app. But how do people find these orbs? So what they announced today is that there's going to be over 7,000 orbs in the US that they're releasing initially through this world space retail concept. And it's made to look kind of like an Apple store. There's one launching here in San Francisco tomorrow. They're going to be in a bunch of other cities, LA, Atlanta, et cetera. And that's to just get people familiar with this tech and have them come in and scan their eye. They were doing these drives with the orbs and these retail pop-ups in a bunch of countries over the last couple of years, just not really here because the coin was not available until now. But now that they're finally able to put the coin out, they're going to go pretty heavy and have, they said, 4x the number of orbs that they've ever had in deployment just in the US. So the US is obviously a big priority for any project, but definitely something like this that is financial, relies on a lot of glitzy partnerships with American tech companies. So you're going to be seeing these orbs out and about probably in the next few months.